Welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at some more cheating stories. Let's get into the first story. This time last year, my partner of 6 years started having feelings for someone else they worked with. For a while, I suspected and would confront him, but he brushed it off as nothing happening and lied to me until the truth ultimately came out. They would spend time outside of work together regularly, going to the beach, dinner, or doing things together. He would tell me over and over I was exaggerating and that they were just friends and he needed to be allowed to have friends. I would beg for him to stay with me or sit anxiously for hours while he was out of the house because deep down, I knew what was happening. Last Valentine's Day we spent apart as we had been having issues and we agreed we would both spend the holiday alone. He reassured me I had nothing to worry about regarding the other girl, he was just struggling mentally and needing some him time. I wanted to respect that and give him space. The day after Valentine's Day, I came home to find out he spent the evening with her in our home. He cheated on me and I found sex items they bought, wine, and their breakfast on the table. I wasn't supposed to be home, but I felt something was off and came back earlier. With it being the new year, it feels like I'm reliving it all over again with Valentine's Day coming up. It's all I think about every day and I feel like I have no one to talk to about it that can understand what it feels like. Maybe I just needed to vent, I really don't know what I need right now. Now let's get into the second story. My boyfriend and I are in a long-distance relationship but FaceTime constantly. Months ago, he received pictures from a girl and asked for more, engaging in sexting. I found out a few months later. She lives states away from him, so I know she's not in his life. He works as an EMT on the night shift and we FaceTime constantly. That morning when he got off work, we were FaceTiming and his private parts were exposed. He thought I wasn't looking at the phone and started scratching and wiping stuff off of him. I asked to see, and it looked like dried sexual fluids. He said he doesn't know what it is as he showered before work and we were on the phone then as well, so it had to have happened at work. He kept repeating he doesn't know, or it could be dry skin, but I've never seen dry skin in that area ever. He then got angry at me for not believing him and continuing to ask about it because the answer hasn't changed. Do you think he was able to have a quickie with someone while on the clock as an EMT? If not, what else could be on him? Now on to the third story. So I met my girlfriend in 2022 when I was 17 and she's 16. It really kicked it from the start. We understand each other so good and we were having so much fun. We got together on September 16, 2022. Since December 2023, we were living together. We had a bit hard time last year, but it was nothing tragic, we were still understanding each other good. At the end of the last year, she started to lose feelings, at least it felt like it. It drove me crazy for months, I got depressed and I was not really active after work, just tired and sad. But she didn't help me because she said she don't know how even though I told her it like 100 times. But I love her so much I couldn't just leave her. So fast forward to January 20th this year. We were at a friend's house for the weekend and just smoked and got drunk. Next day I decided I will go home to chill alone a bit. My ex-GF decided to stay for a little longer. I had no problem with that. I went back home, got some food, booted my girlfriend's PC on and started watching YouTube when I suddenly heard a Discord notification. I didn't think much of it, but I was curious who could have wrote her. After a while I decided to check. It was some random Discord guy who she was writing to since September 2023. They were talking about normal stuff, she called him cute twice, but I have not found that extremely offensive. They weren't also talking often, so I thought myself nothing of that. I wondered if she was writing with more guys like this since she didn't even mention that she is writing that guy. So I went on her blocked friends and oh boy what I have found. There were around 10 to 12 guys she was writing to. The last time she was writing one was on October 24th of last year. I checked the messages and it turns out she was sending nudes to them, around 6 got more than just one. She was writing them when she was horny, lonely, drunk, or high, that's at least what she wrote to them. The chat of her and some guy was really interesting though. It looked like they were e-dating. She sent him explicit pictures and vids, he did that as well. They were complimenting each other. They were writing almost every day, but after a month of writing she was not doing it so frequently but still at least one time in the week. They were talking about their days, they were saying good morning and good night to each other. Writing hearts and kisses. She was even writing him when we were to example outside or at my place. She was writing him for almost 2 months. She called him handsome, her good boy. I confronted her about this, she couldn't give me an explanation, she said there is no. She said she regrets that and would do and give everything to return to the past and stop it. She said that she felt like it was an addiction and that she just couldn't stop it. She said she loved me so much and will change for me. She said she will show me how much better she got for me even though I said to her that we are probably never going to get together again. We broke up on January 22nd. Since yesterday she's at my place, I just can't live without her. I am afraid of how it will look when she's gone. No more good morning messages. No more good night messages. No more cuddling with her or listening to her beautiful voice. That's why she's at my place, but I can't help but think of all these messages she wrote to them. I don't know what to do. She's been my world since the day I met her. I gave her literally everything, spending around 5,000 euros on her since the day we met. She knows she lost me, but she still hopes we will get back together, which I think won't unfortunately happen. I don't want to live without her. I feel like I need her in my life, but I know that because of what she did I will never be able to look at her the same. I will always think about these things, but the thing is, I still love her. I still find her pretty, still find her funny. Still want to be with her, but I just can't. Can someone help me out and give me a piece of advice? I think I need some ideas and see how other people would do in the same situation. Now for our final story. Found my wife texting another man. We've been married for 18 years. She tries to say he's just a friend, but she sent him pictures of herself, not nude pictures, just regular ones. However, in your texts, you're talking about sex, so she led me to believe she wasn't talking to him anymore. I found her Apple Watch laying around and looked at it while she was at work. At this point, she had been texting him multiple times. We're at the part where she says she's not going to do it anymore. We have a 12-year-old together. I told her if I find out one more time, I'm gone. Am I doing the right thing? Should I trust her, or should I just move on? Remember to subscribe for more content. Peace out for now.